Good evening, everybody. Nice to be back. Nice to be back indeed. It's been a minute, huh? I've got no excuse. I've just been sunning it up in France for the last little while, but it's very nice to be back. And of course, I missed the Phoenix A319 321 expansion, which is really annoying because it came out on the... When did I fly out to France? I flew out to France on the Monday that it released. I was like, you've got to be kidding. It's like the worst timing ever. But there we go. What can you do? Just one of those things. We're here now. That's the main thing. So what we're going to do tonight, a little bit of a easing back into it stream. I'm going to do some landings using FSI panel, which is always handy when you've got a new aircraft and you just want to kind of get a feel for the aircraft without having to do a full flight. Because I always find if you've got a new aircraft, you do a full flight and then it's kind of like, well, for like an hour or maybe even more. Whoops, a daisy. You could be in cruise and then you only get kind of like the last couple of minutes to actually do the landing, so I kind of figured FSI panel is the way to go to get a feel for the A319 and the 321. I've heard that the 19 is quite slippery and the 19 is what we're in now, so we're going to do a couple of landings in the 19. We'll start at Bristol and we'll switch around different airports, of course, and we will then go to the 321. I've heard the 321 kind of behaves itself a bit more. It kind of goes where you tell it, whereas the 19, especially when you're on final, when you're trying to slow yourself down, it can be a bit of a challenge, I've heard. So we will see what happens. Chat is lighting up. Good evening all. Who have we got? Aviation, Adri, James, Womp, how you doing? Nice to see you all. Right, FSI panel has configured the aircraft. We are now good. Really, really slow final approach speed, given that I think probably it thinks the plane is empty. Right, let's get approach mode on the go. How's the volume? Can I crank the volume up a bit? Cheers, Bob. Alright, into Bristol runway 27. No excuses into 27 because you just got to basically hold the flare and the runway comes up and kisses your the bottom of your wheels. Whereas 09, that's the troublemaker. That's the one I don't like at all. Alrighty. Let's dare to disable the autopilot. See if we can get a good landing under our belts. Okay, my control. A little bit of a wind coming at us from the right hand side, so we'll just keep that in mind. Should good. Too aggressive on the crab there. Just making sure we're keeping that nose down. There we go. Feels like we're a touch over to the right hand side.
300.
Touch on the high side too.
200.
There we go. 2 reds, 2 whites.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20. Retard. Retard.
Oh, that was a hard one. That was a hard one. That's not a good start. First one of the night though, so we'll excuse ourselves. Dare I even look at the landing rate on that? Does the FSI panel require a lot of setup for the PMDG 737-800? No, it just detects it and you're away. It's really good. I used it a lot with the 7.3. Oh man, alright, let's have a quick look. This is going to be bad, I know it. Oh, only 333 feet. That felt a lot harder than that, I'm not going to lie. A lot harder than that. Right, let's give it one more go. Alright, now we put our throttles into the climb D10, and that tells FSI panel to start the show. So much easier, this than having to kind of redo everything all the time. Cheers, Oxley. Right, 300 and what was it, 33 feet is a number to beat. Alrighty, let's give it a moment. Aircraft ready, hold your brakes for 3 seconds. Okey-dokey. We're in the 319 at the moment, there it is. Yeah, it's quite a slippery little thing. And he's got the glide slope. Okie doke. Shall I take over? My aircraft. Need to go over to the left a little bit, I think, and keep that nose down, otherwise we're going to end up with 3 wides. And we already have 3 wides. Although at a nice slow speed in the 319, it is quite easy to recover. Kind of reminds me of the ATR, that a little bit.
300. 200.
Here we go.
100.
Eyes down.
Light slope.
I don't think so, mate.
30. 20. Retard. 5.
A little bit better. Alright, what's the landing report on that one? 205 feet per minute on the centre line. Landing distance very good. Bank at touchdown, 0.8 degrees. Good. Goody, goody, goody. It's more like it. We're getting good. We are getting good. Let's go somewhere else, shall we? Where should we go? Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go Gatwick. Love me some Gatwick. Runway 26 left. And we'll go 4 mile final. Move aircraft. Okay, thrust levers into climb. When is my next short coming out? I don't know. Shorts, I don't really... Shorts just kind of happen when they happen, if that makes sense. Only because they're kind of a byproduct of everything else that we do on the channel. So, what's going on here? Oh my word. FSI panel, what are you doing? What are you doing? Well, I say. What version do I recommend? What are you talking about, Bob? You talking about FSI panel? What is going on? Alright. Let's just see if we can get the plane to... It's unusual that it did that. For full flights, are you taking requests? Generally, with full flights, I try and follow what the VA wants us to do. So we've got a VA for AirNOTT on New Sky, Virtual Airline. And generally, I'll try and do whatever's the most useful thing for me to do for that airline. But we fly in and out of Gatwick all the time. We're kind of based at Gatwick, really, so... Love me some Gatwick. I kind of think of Gatwick as home. I don't know why, because I don't live anywhere near Gatwick, but that's kind of how I feel. How you doing, Ben? First chatter on the YouTube vertical stream, so points for that, Ben. Well done. Just so you're aware, there is a actual stream, like a horizontal stream. Okay, we are quite badly over speed, aren't we? I think it's fair to say this hasn't gone quite to plan. There it goes. Arm the spoilers. Alright, over to the right. Come on. Stop mucking about. Oh, nice little stutter there from the sim. Love to see it.
500.
That wind's just changed, isn't it? Quite a little bit. There we go.
300.
Right, first landing into Gatwick in the 319. Let's try and make it count, shall we? Okay, Pappy's and the glide slope are having a bit of a disagreement.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20. Retard. 5.
That was smooth. It was just a little bit on the late side, wasn't it? I think we're a little bit too high. Warrior, this is the 319. Alright, let's have a look at the landing report. Yeah, landing distance just within limits. Nice and smooth though, 184 feet per minute on the centre line. But yeah, a little bit towards the end of the touchdown zone. Never mind. Let's do one more. Okay, thrust levers to the climb D10.
Terrain ahead. Pull up.
Yes, it is Microsoft Flight Sim indeed. A320s are only planes, you got the default MSFS and on Xbox. Okay, I understand. I understand. Okay, the plane should start to level off hopefully, and it will now tell us that we are able to take control. Hold for 3 seconds on the brakes. There we go. Let's get approach mode enabled. Yes, I know glide slope, but it's all going to be okay. Trust me. It's all good. Oh, you can control Gatwick soon. That's cool. Oh, well done you. What would that be? Ground? Tower? That's very cool though. Well done. Ground and delivery. Nice. Well, maybe I will bump into you one day. If you hear an idiot on the airwaves, it could well be me. I still very much feel like the new guy on VATSIM. And it's almost a year to the day since I did my first flight. That one that's on the channel where I flew from Gatwick to Manchester. Yeah, that was a stressful flight. Come on, nose up you. Nose up. It's a bit better. Yeah, very glad I did that first flight on VATSIM, but damn was it ever stressful. Oh, get that nose down, what's the matter with you? him into that touchdown zone. Come on, nose down. Ah!
40, 30, 20, retard. 5,
Struggled there a little bit. Definitely struggling a little bit. Try that again. Catch up with chat. What's been going on? Hey, DK's the first chatter in the Twitch stream, which, as a matter of course, I should mention, we do have a Twitch stream, if that's your thing.
Terrain ahead. Pull up.
If it's not, I understand. Airbus joystick and throttle quadrant. Delta Swiss is very good indeed. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. It's really good value. What I love about the stick, I know there's more expensive sticks out there, and I've got no doubt at all that they're better sticks, but really good value.
2,500.
And if you're just getting started, or if budget doesn't yet allow, all you need is the stick. Like this throttle, lovely, but you could just start with the stick and then grow out your setup from there. That's exactly what I did. Nothing wrong with that.
$1,000.
Light slope. Light slope. Light slope.
But yeah, very much recommend the Boeing yoke as well.
Light slope.
It's a very nice yoke.
Light slope. Light slope. Light slope. Light slope.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to be without the yoke. I really wouldn't. I kind of feel like I've got the a really nice setup at the moment, in that I've got a Airbus throttle quadrant, joystick, and a yoke. And that going between the joystick and the yoke, depending on what you're flying, it's a really nice place to be. Now, don't misunderstand me. You know, it wasn't cheap, but you just gradually build it out. It wasn't like I just ordered it all at once, you know, it's like you order a little bit here, a little bit there, and 18 months later you've got a really nice setup. Alright. What's this? Attempt number 3? 4? I'm losing count now. Okay, straight into that touchdown zone we go. With a bit of luck. Why are we not getting the call-outs?
$40, 30, 20, retard. 5,
Oh yeah, that's smooth. That was smooth. I did worry I was going to float there for a minute, but that was okay. That was okay. I got the same stick, but no matter what I do... where's that message gone? I've just got the same stick, but no matter what I do, the parking brake button will not work. Won't work? Have you got it mapped properly? As in, like, gone into the settings? Like, make sure you haven't got it for, like, just set to parking brake on or something. You need to have it on the toggle. That might be what it is. DK, if you don't know where to fly, maybe check out the VA on New Sky. Because I find that's a really good way. Because I used to find the same thing. It's like I would sit there being like, oh, where shall I fly? I don't know what to do. And then you end up doing nothing because you get paralysed by choice. Whereas if the VA is like, hey, we need a 737 flown from here to here, do it. It's like, okay. And it's like, and it's just, yeah, much nicer that way. Am I left-handed or right-handed? I'm actually right-handed, but I wanted to have a kind of captain-style setup for the Airbus. I did have it over here, and obviously that's like first officer's position. And then once I got the Boeing yoke, I kind of wanted it like this, which meant the stick had to come over here, and it was horrible, absolutely horrible for like the first 2, 3, 4 flights. Hated it, absolutely hated it. Like everything. It's like if you try and eat your dinner. If you're right-handed and you eat your dinner with like a knife and fork in the other hand, felt like that. But you soon get used to it. I would wager now if I was to flip it back the other way, I'd have the same problem all over again. How you doing, Buzz? Adri says, do you use the throttle on the stick for anything? No, you've got the actual throttle. No, it does nothing at all. In the same way that these ones here on the bottom of the yoke don't do a damn thing either. So there's a kind of a lot that goes to waste, but I think overall it's probably worth it. Okie doke. I think it's time we go up and check out EGPH, which is of course Edinburgh. So we love a bit of Edinburgh. Then I think we should probably change to the A321. There we go, levers into climb. There we go. Right, let's give this a second and hopefully the levers are asymmetrical. What? What is going on here then? Is it, I wonder, because I have got too little of a... I bet that's what it is. Let's go into controls. No, zone 6. No.
1,000.
Cheers, Green Day fan. I was going to say that as well. I am right-handed, despite flying it with a left-handed setup. This is such a cool airport. If you haven't got it already, Edinburgh V2. Very, very cool airport. Loads of detail.
$500. $400.
Here we go then. Here we go. Oh no, what's happened here? Let's see if we can recover.
400. 300. 200.
Alright, we're looking good. Just keep that pitch.
100.
50 over the threshold.
50.
Here we go.
40. 30. 20. Retard. 10. 5.
Oh no, that's no good. That's no good. That's no good at all. Ugh, didn't like that. Didn't like that at all. Let's give that one more go. It happens. It happens. This is the beauty of FSI panel. If you mess it up, you have another go. See, if that had happened at the end of like a 3-hour stream, say I'd like flown up to Edinburgh from Malaga and that happened, I'd be like, oh, that's so annoying, because like you've tried so hard, like the whole flight to make it good, and then you just, last 30 seconds, you just ruin it. But what can you do?
2,500.
If I was on VATSIM, that would have been a go around. I would have just gone around and had another go. That's the thing. That's how you avoid having that feeling at the end of a stream, like you're hating everything because you've messed up a landing. It's like, don't do the landing. Go around. Have another go. It's okay to go around. It's like... Alright, let's take control. Alrighty, my controls. Just for a laugh, and to like trigger the entire population of TikTok when I inevitably upload the video there. For the next video, oh, no, for the next landing, let's do it with the yoke. Alright, what's that wind going to do? Because I feel like it changed on us last minute there, a moment ago.
500. 400.
'Feel like it's always the same, about 400 feet. It kind of feels like you're going over the crest of a hill.
300. 200.
Right, don't muck it up. Can't have two on the trot like that. Got a reputation to uphold.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20. Retard. 5.
Was that a bounce? I think that was a bounce, you know. One reverses, where are you? There we go. Hey, hello, Simon. Right, what was that landing report all about? 133 feet per minute. Deviation from centerline, 7 feet. I didn't think we were 7 feet off there. Fair enough, maybe we were. Nice landing, good, good, good. Yeah, that was alright. That was alright. Oh, man. Let's, I feel like the last little bit there, the plane gets thrown around. Right, once more. I felt like we were onto a winner there for like the last... until about 20 feet, then it's like the plane just sort of wobbled. I don't know whether that was me kind of on the controls or what. Let's find out. Cheers, aviation videos. Appreciate you. Yeah, not doing bad, Simon. Thank you very much. I feel like I'm relearning how to fly. Having been away on holiday for the past... God, I don't know how long it's been. Too long, and yeah, you kind of forget everything. It's that feel that you become so used to, like once you've been flying like day in, day out, you kind of become second nature. But if you stop for like over a week, you come back and it's like, what do I do? It's like all those kids are going to find next week when they go back to school. It's like, I don't know how to write, miss. Okay. Let's take over, shall we? Oh dear, a bit on the low side.
500. 400.
'Looking good so far.
300.
Oh, feels like we're being blown off to the left there a little bit.
200. 100.
50.
50.
There we go.
40. 30. 20. Retard. 10. 5.
Ooh. That felt hard. That felt like I put the throttles down too early. I should have probably waited. Let's see the landing report. I bet it will reflect that. Oh, okay. That seemed alright. Well, what do you know? What do you know? Felt like I maybe just pulled the throttles down to idle a little bit too early. Just a little bit. Let's go up to Manchester. I haven't done Manchester in a while. What did we do? 2-3 right. I think we got scenery for Manchester, if I'm not mistaken. I got scenery for it, and basically on the strength of me doing my first VATSIM flight today, I was like, oh yeah, I'll go back to Manchester. Never been back there. So,
Terrain ahead.
or
Pull up.
rarely go back there. Oh, I'm feeling tired now. Alright, so we are a little bit on the low side, but we'll just level off until we intercept the glide slope. Better that we intercept it from underneath rather than chasing it down. Because that's a situation you never want to be in. Alright, approach mode on. I appear to be running out of fuel. Okay, so after this landing we will change to the 321 because I have not flown the 321 at all. I'd done one landing in this one prior to tonight's stream. But we have not touched the 321. Yeah, we'll go to EDDM, that's cool. Alright, 2 reds, 2 whites. Not doing bad, although we do need to dip our nose a little bit to maintain that.
500. 400.
Now, doesn't this runway have a little bit of a bump in it, or is it a... Yeah, it does. You
300.
can see it.
Two hundred.
Oh,
100. 50. 40. 30. 20. Retard. 10. 5.
yeah. I've forgotten about that. It's got that little kind of... It's almost like a mini Bristol. There we go. Yeah, Kyle, I've got 2 words for you. Get out. There we go. Beautiful. Alright. Let's try... Let's try... Let's try the 3, 2, 1. So, back to the main menu. Hey, Jeb, we've literally just come from there. Literally just come from there. Bob, with the standard version, you can do everything that I'm doing. So pick an airport, pick a runway, set you up for a landing. That's right, Jeb, we'll go back, don't worry. Was that, Jeb, in real life or on the sim? God, it takes a while, doesn't it, this? No, it might be cool to take the 3, 2, 1 back into Edinburgh. So we're switching, for everyone that's wondering what on earth's going on, we're switching from the A319 to the 321, and I have not flown the 321 at all. Like, at all. So let's... what do you want, CFMs or IAEs? We did CFMs on the 19. Maybe do IAEs on this one, just for the lols. Right, that'll do. Oh, God. I better assign that. That's better. Alright, ignore me. Where should we start? Where shall we start? Munich is where we will start. For our good friend in the Twitch chat. Hopefully FSI panel plays ball. You flew out of Bristol in real life? Oh yeah, me too. Here we go. Right, first things first, let's make it daytime. Second things second, let's actually fire up the plane so FSI panel can interface with it. Yes, it's detected it, that's good. EDDM, select airport, runway. What do we go for? 26 left or 26 right? Doesn't make a lot of difference, does it? Let's get 26 left. That is a long old bird, isn't it? Wow. Yeah, that is much longer than what we were just in. Nice. Alright, climb detents. Why isn't it going? Parking brake, maybe? Oh, damn it. What's going on? I think I know. Spad. I think I accidentally closed spat. Phoenix. Aircraft assignments. Yeah, okay. 321, a house livery. Save. Yeah, there you go, it's working now. Don't know what's going on there. Levers into climb. Right, Blues. They bought a handheld radio to listen to ATC. Bristol Tower controls top down. Oh, cool. That's really cool. Yeah, I love a bit of Bristol. Oh wait, I haven't actually taken control, have I? I'm there like messing around, probably messing up poor FSI panel. Sorry, FSI panel. Very, very sorry. How's it going, JJ? You good? It's long, isn't it? Alright, first time taking control of the A321. It feels a bit... What's the word? It was a bit like swingy. But then I guess it would do because it's longer. I don't know if I'm making any sense when I say it feels a bit swingy. Because it's longer, you're further away from like the center of pivot. Here we go.
300.
Keep that nose down.
200. 100. 20. Retard. 10. 5.
Oh, yeah, butter. That's how we do it. Now, it wasn't right on the markers, but I would wager that's going to be flipping smooth. DK, yeah, we've done a few of those. There'll be more to come. Alright, what did the landing report say? Just within limits. Yeah, it wasn't quite on the markers, was it? Although 146 feet per minute, who's whinging at that? Deviation from centerline, 10 feet, okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. Let's give it one more go before we move on.
$2,500.
Okay, right. Sorry about that. What plane am I flying? I'm in the Phoenix Airbus A321, so it's the expansion to the Phoenix A320. That's very nice too. Got a nice, nice selection of good old Phoenix
1,000.
aircraft. Basically, I just wish Phoenix would kind of Phoenix all of the Airbus aircraft. Like if they could do a Phoenix A330, Neo, CO, I don't care. Just like make it Phoenix. Jeff, at the minute I'm in the house livery, so that one. Although I do normally run in my own AirNOTT livery because we've got a virtual airline, that kind of thing. Which does mean I now have to make an A321 and an A319 livery, which is a right pain. Although I can do it, and I've done all the liveries that are available on the website for download. They're all done by me, so I can do it.
500.
However, I really despise doing it. It's one of those jobs I don't have to do all that often. So whenever I do have to do it, it's like I've forgotten how I did it last time. And I just basically end up having an argument with my computer for the afternoon until it's done.
300.
Oh, what can you do? Right, this is looking quite tidy, isn't it?
200.
Here we go. Here we go. Keep that nose down.
100.
50 over the threshold.
50.
Not quite.
40. 30. 20. Retard. 10. 5.
Lovely and smooth again, but just a bit on the late side. Still, we'll take it. One reverses, where are you? There you go. Cheers, Vanch. Could you do EGPF? Where's EGPF? Although first we need to look at that landing report. Just within limits, 167 feet per minute. Lovely jubbly. On the centre line. Yeah, just didn't quite get it on the touchdown markers, did we? I was chasing the butter. EGPF, where's that? Glasgow, of course it is. Stream when? Stream when? Runway 23. So this is going to be stock scenery, but that's okay. Alright, levers into climb. I've never ever landed into Glasgow. I've worked in Glasgow. Or near Glasgow. In real life. But never been to the airport in real life and never landed up there on the sim either.
Terrain ahead.
Terrain ahead. Pull up.
Yes. Relax. I know what I'm doing. Okay, let's take control. Let's get rid of the errors. Let's put in approach mode and we'll just chill until we intercept that glide slope. Maybe there is no glide slope. Is there an ILS here? Ah, whatever. We'll do it visual. Right, what have we got going on then? A wind, a 14 knot wind from the right hand side of the aircraft. I'm sure we can deal with that. Alright, 2 reds, 2 whites. Let's get our nose down. Get ourselves set up. Feels pretty good. Caleb, we're in the A321 from Phoenix. A recently released expansion pack to the A320. God, I'm making a meal of this already. Mustn't look at chat while landing. There's definitely a lesson there. Don't look at chat while landing.
4.
However, nice little excuse.
4.
Well, I was looking at chat, sorry. That's why it went wrong. Woohoo! I'm all over the place here.
200. 100.
It's quite windy.
50, 40, 30, 20, retard. 5,
Oh, no. Yeah, that would have been a go-around on VATSIM, for sure. If we weren't on FSI panel, I think that would have been a go-around. Don't like that. Ugh. Didn't like that at all. You're trying to make a scenery pack for Glasgow? No way. That's really cool. Oh, good for you. Have I noticed sometimes you have to enter the ILS frequency anyway when using an FSI panel? Rarely. Very rarely. Let me just see. Yes, it did have ILS 110.10. Outside view, I mean, yeah, and there it is, but I'm going to be flying inside.
Terrain ahead. Pull up.
It feels like the 321 kind of behaves itself a bit more on the whole so far. Almost like it goes where you put it. Whereas the 319 is a bit on the slippery side. You've got to kind of watch it a little bit more. Could be wrong, but that's kind of my general feeling so far. What does approach mode do? So what approach mode does, providing you've got everything plumbed in that the plane needs to know, which on a full flight you'd be doing yourself, but that's kind of one of the benefits of FSI panel, is that it will do it for you just to get you set up on a 4-mile final so you can practice those landings. What it does essentially, it makes the plane follow the glide path for the most part, and it'll kind of auto land. RadNav 110.10. There we go.
Glide slow. Glide slow.
There we go.
Glide
Now it'll
slow.
do it. So yeah, you were right, Mark.
Glide slow. Glide slow. Glide slow. Glide slow. Glide
No,
slow.
Jeff, no Harrier.
Glide slow. Glide slow.
All right, next landing, we're
Glide
gonna
slow.
we're gonna land the Airbus with the yoke, just
Glide slow.
for fun.
Glide slow.
Yeah, I know glide slope, but
Glide slow. Glide slow.
it's all gonna be fine, I
Glide
promise.
slow.
Yeah, there's a glide slope coming down to meet us. That's good. All right, dare we take control? Dan, this is Glasgow in Scotland. Right. Here we go then. 14-knot wind,
500.
260 degrees. So we do need to keep that in mind.
$400. 300.
Yeah, I just feel myself going low there as well. Okay, wind has now decided to straighten up on us a bit.
200.
You put those trees there.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20. Retard.
Yeah, that's better. That's better. Yeah. That's how you do it. I like the Phoenix A321. He says, having just done a good landing. Alright. Let's check out the landing stats. Training required, are you kidding? 15 foot off the centerline? No. I think the scenery... maybe... Seriously? I thought we did alright there. 186 feet per minute, landing distance good. I don't think we were 15 feet off the centerline, were we? I mean, in fairness, we might be now. Well, I don't know. Yeah, Baxter's fault. That's the one. I'm taking that. That was a good landing. Sometimes you kind of have to ascend beyond the tools that were given and kind of know that you did alright, even if the tools say you didn't. Yeah, I'm taking that one all day long. Mark, what did you suggest? K-O-R-H. Worcester. Do you say Worcester or Worcester? K-O-R-H. Can you get a 3-2-1 in there? Hopefully we can. Let's go. Let's go runway 11. Short final. JetBlue does 320s all the time. That'll do. That'll do. Cheers, DK. Take it easy. Alright, Simon. Okay, into climb.
Terrain ahead. Pull up.
Yeah, Cameron, I've fiddled the weather just to give us something nice to look at for today. You can suggest it, Simon. Whether we do it or not's another matter. Sam, I think you're referring to the software we're using. That's FSI Panel. It's a payware piece of software that helps you do landings. So it kind of sets you up. Yeah, Simon, we're probably going to do Dublin before the stream's out. Runway 11, ILS 110.90. Yeah, it's done it again, isn't it? If we go to RadNav, it's got the old ILS from Glasgow in there. That's better. Let's take control. Oh. Okay. This looks like a rather picturesque airport. Never ever landed here. Alright, 6 knot wind from the left at... Oh, it's moving around a bit, but... Nothing we can't handle. Hopefully. There are no pappies. Is that a sim thing or an actual this airport thing, I wonder?
500. 400.
Feels like we're low, despite
300.
feels a bit better now. I'll tell you what, the sim does trees so well, doesn't it?
200.
Here we go. No call outs.
100.
There it is.
Flight slope.
40. 30. 20. Retard. 5.
Not my smoothest, but I'll take it. And let's lose the reversers. Hey, that wasn't bad, was it? Let's check out the... let's get rid of this. Check out the landing report. 183 feet per minute. Deviation from centerline again, 12 feet. Yeah, okay, fair enough. Still, the rest of it wasn't too bad. Oh, I'm missing out some messages on the vertical stream. Sorry about that, guys. What Airbus am I flying? This is the Phoenix Airbus A321. Put the brakes on and have a look outside. There she is. That was a tiny little airport, isn't it? Look at that. Even I could maybe manage to not get lost here. Jolly good. Right, should we give Dublin a go? It is, of course, the biggest city in the world, Dublin. What should we do? 28, 28, 28, 28. Let's do 28 left, shall we? Let's do a short final. And we will pop the thrust levers into our climb detent, and it'll take us to Dublin. Yeah, biggest city in the world, this. It just keeps doubling and doubling and doubling and doubling. I can't take credit for that one. It's a friend of the channel. Mr. Mackham told us that one on stream one time. How you doing, Steve? So we'll just let FSI panel settle us in at 1300 feet. Then the plane levels off, there it goes, and any second now it should say hold the brakes for 3 seconds to take control. Which we will gladly do, but there's no ILS, is there? What's the ILS for 28 left? 11135. Let's go to our rad navs. 111.35. There it is. Hold the brakes. Approach mode on. Cheers, Marak. I feel like FSI panel on the short finals, it could maybe be improved slightly if they just started you a little bit higher, because it feels like you have to fly level for quite a long time before you can actually start. Yeah, see now that we're only just starting to dip down.
1,000.
Okay, 10 knot wind, almost straight down the runway, more or less. So although the time of day is different, the weather is live. This is the payware scenery of Dublin. I forget who made it. Is it MK Studios? I forget. Liking the 321 so far. Feels like it goes where you tell it to go. Especially on approach. I've gone high. Too busy talking.
400. 300. 200.
Come on, down you go. It'll be a long one, this.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20. Retard. 10. 5.
Oh, only just. Think we need another go at that one, don't you? Yeah, we're way too high then. Way too high. Give it another go, shall we? Never mind. That's what FSI panel's for. EGNX, where's EGNX? Is that East Midlands? I want to get some scenery for East Midlands. Yeah, I want to get the scenery for that and then start doing some cargo ops out of there. Airbus, yes it is. Airbus A321 from Phoenix. Oh, Macam, we were just talking about you. Literally 5 minutes ago, your name was mentioned on screen. Because look where we are. You probably know what I said. Alrighty. Let's take control. Or lose control, one or the other.
1,000.
I retold your Dublin joke. Which I must say, didn't get any response from chat, so I don't know what to say on that one. Maybe they lack taste. I need to get over to the left just a touch.
Four. 300.
Well, I've gone quiet. You can tell I'm
200.
concentrating. This is feeling good though. It's feeling very good. Don't mess it up in the final 50 feet.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20. Retard. 5.
Yes! Yes, that's how you do it. Why can't I do that all the time? That's how we do it. Biggest city in that's what I told them, biggest city in the world, but they wouldn't listen. You know what they're like. Oh man, that was good. Right, landing report. Yes, on the centre line, 166 feet per minute. Yeah. Perfect. Happy with that. Oh, I'm really happy with that, but at the same time I'm like, why can't I do that all the time? Calvin gives me a 7.64. It's a harsh critic. Oh, brilliant. Right, let's do that again. Let's do that again. But this time, I'm going to use the yoke like an animal. Only sophisticated gents get that joke. Yep. Couldn't agree more. What's going on here then? See you later, Cameron. It feels like I'm about to break every rule in the book and fly an Airbus with the yoke. Here we go. All right, let's see how this feels. This feels so wrong. This feels so wrong. Although, kind of like it. because it feels... feels a little bit heavier than the Airbus Sidestick.
500.
I'm just able to give smaller... I feel like I'm able to control it a lot easier.
400.
Yeah, I mean, this feels so wrong, flying an Airbus with a yoke, but it does feel not awful. Say that the yoke is just that little bit heavier,
300.
quite a bit heavier than the Sidestick.
200.
Yeah, it just feels a little bit easier to make those finer movements without overcooking it. Probably because it's heavier. Got a little bit more
100.
resistance.
50, 40, 30, 20. Retard. 5.
Yeah, look at that. Passengers didn't even notice that one. Well, if you've ever wondered if you should land the Airbus with a yoke, maybe the answer is yes. Wow. Let's see what the landing report is. Oh, that's bad. Yeah, 137 feet per minute on the centre line. That felt really good. That honestly, that felt really good. I know it goes against every kind of rule in the book, but god damn, yeah, that felt fine. I think it's because the yoke just takes a little bit more kind of, you've got to give it a bit more welly to actually move it. And there's a bit more resistance, so whereas on this stick, a little tiny movement kind of gives you quite a lot, so you've got to be quite careful. Huh. I'm going to upload that to TikTok and everyone's going to freak out. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. Which app do I use for seeing the feet per minute? So at the moment I'm using FSI panel, and that's a tool that lines you up for runway, lines you up for landings. Very good for study level aircraft because of course they take quite a bit of setting up. So FSI panel kind of does that for you. And then it gives you a landing report. Can we go to CYTZ? No idea where that is, but yeah, sure. Let's have a look. CYTZ. Billy Bishop, Toronto City. Go on in, let's have a look. Let's have a look. Hey Thomas, how you doing? Thank you for the 15. Appreciate it. Hope your holiday was good. I was also on holiday, so I haven't been here for ages either. So hopefully we were both on holiday at the same time, and that worked out. Did you go anywhere nice?
Terrain ahead. Pull up.
What's the ILS for 08? 111 11015. 110.15. Ah. Oh, no, I've just confused it. Ah.
2,000.
Okay, we may have to redo this. I went to Nantes in France. Okay. Everything has gone very badly. Where is the airport? Fly upper, yes it does, as long as you don't interrupt it like I just did. I've got no idea where I'm supposed to be going now. Let's
Speed.
let's restart. Let's restart. No, what it is, Cameron, I interrupted
Couldn't find
the
valid airport data at this position. Services are
I
not
interrupted
available.
FSI panel by entering a load of data into the MCDU while it was also trying to enter a load of data into the MCDU. So it's my fault. I shouldn't have done that. My bad. Yeah, it's good. Thanks, Thomas. Nice to just. I mean, we didn't really do an awful lot, to be honest. It's just nice to not do an awful lot, if that makes sense. Although we're very close to the airport, and there's a beluga that goes in and out of there most days. So I got to see the beluga take off loads of times, which was awesome, because we were right on the flight path. Okay, ready, activate. Do I speak a little French? My French is embarrassingly bad. I mean, I can do the basics, like what I was taught at school, but not a lot more than that, really. Okay, let's try this again, shall we? Runway 08, short final, move aircraft. Cheers for the donation again, Thomas. I really do appreciate the support you give to the channel. It's incredible. I don't want you to ever think it goes unnoticed. You saw a UAE 747 belonging to the royal family? No way. Alright, yeah, I think that beats the beluga.
2,500.
Right then, where's this airport? What's the frequency? 11015. That's already got it in there. Look at that. Alright, let's take control. Alright, so it's put us a long way away. I may have to restart this one. Where on earth is the airport? I'm lost. Oh, there it is. Completely and utterly lost there for a moment. Are we even going to be able to get down here? This feels a little bit on the short side. Let's crank up the old auto brake, shall we?
500. 400. 300.
'We're going to need every inch of this, aren't we?
200. 100.
Flight slow.
50. 40. 30. 20. Retard. 5.
Come on. Stop, 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 stop. Easy. Yeah, we paid for the runway, so we're going to use all of it. Yeah, we did it all right. What a cool airport, though. I mean, look at that. How cool is that? Pretty cool. Is this like a handcrafted airport? It looks like it. I mean, I haven't paid for anything, so this must be one that they have done. What a sweet little airport. Do A321s actually land here? Oh, don't know about that terraforming. Not sure that's how it'd be in real life. Wow, wow, wow. Alright. Let's go. Let's do a Heathrow. Haven't done Heathrow yet, have we? Love me some Heathrow. Let's do 27 right. Let's do a long final. We do a long final? Yeah, let's do a long final. We can sit and have a natter then, can't we? Oh, Gdansk! Good shout, Malcolm. Levers into climb. Oh, that's a good point. Cardiff. And actually, I'd like to go back to Stansted to see if that is still broken. Because for me, it certainly was last time I checked.
2,500.
There's like this massive, massive, massive trench that went along the one of the taxiways, so you couldn't actually turn into where the gates are, which is slightly problematic. Do we use a separate PC for streaming? Yes, but only recently. Only since quite recently. I had a couple of issues where everything would be going fine, and then just as you were coming into land, this is when I was on a single streaming PC, like where I was doing the game and the stream on the same PC. It would be fine for the whole flight and cruise, and as you kind of come into this stage of the flight, it would start to get encoder issues. So encoder overloaded, I would get error messages like that. So I think it was struggling to run the game and do the stream at the same time. And annoyingly, it happened to me while I was doing a demo for a developer that gave me a copy of their scenery and said, you know, fancy doing a flight there. So I was like, yeah, sounds great, love it. And just as we came into land, I was going to kind of, you know, show everyone around the airport. That happened. I was like, that's enough. I'm not. It's now affecting business essentially, so I've just had to buy a second PC. Yeah, Nvidia cards are optimized, but there's only so far you can push them, is what I've come to learn. Even now, now I've got a separate streaming PC. I was like, great, I can multi-stream to YouTube, YouTube Shorts, Twitch, maybe TikTok. Even I have to be careful with that. I have to kind of fine-tune everything. Welcome, Anto. Yeah, so that's going to be the next thing. 5 minutes. Someone did say to me about GSX. GSX strikes again, eh? Alright, almost got a visual. This is the Indie Builds version of Heathrow, in case anyone's curious. Oh yeah, I heard that too, Anto. I might have to try that. Alright, shall we take control? Where my PC starts to grind to a halt. Indie Builds Heathrow is a bit of a heavy hitter after all, but it does look fabulous.
300.
They will forgive it. Here comes the car park.
200.
Making a little bit here.
100. 50, 40, 30, 20, retard, 10, 5.
Yeah, not quite on the markers, but more than acceptable. And a very nice landing indeed, if I do say so myself. I'll take that. Have I tried any Dubrovnik? No, I haven't. No, I haven't tried that one yet. Cardiff. What was Cardiff again? What is Cardiff's thing? EGFF. Let's go for runway 30. Short final, move aircraft. Cheers, Anto. Do I have any of the drop-off runways with steep elevation? What do you mean by that, Cameron? That looks like the coast of Wales at least.
$2,500.
Yeah, I haven't actually checked out this airport since World Update, whatever it was. 17? Was it 17? There's this guy that makes runways that are really steep and just drop off at the end. 4070 Super with a 7800X3D at 1080p. Yeah, you should be probably doing better than me actually, because despite having a 4080 Super, for the most part, if I show you, I am limited by my main thread, which means my CPU is limiting my performance, not my GPU. So to a large extent, my GPU is just chilling out right now because my processor is the limiting factor, and that is a 5800X3D. And I'm running at 4K. And even at 4K, my CPU is the limit. Yeah, I do wonder whether I should get a 7800X3D, or do I hold out for the 9800X3D?
1,000.
Which I know isn't out yet, hasn't been announced, but yeah, the writing's pretty much on the wall, I would say. Okay, we need to get over to the right, I fancy.
$500.
So that was coming in a bit low, but the pappies seem happy.
400. 200.
It's a funny one, that, isn't it? Because you sort of got the land kind of rises up out of the sea. $50, $40, $30, $20. Retard. 10, 5. Yeah, that wasn't on the markers really, was it? But it was lovely and smooth. Still, it was legal, just. I want to see the landing report for that. Yeah. I think that deviation was right towards the end there where I stopped paying attention. But yeah, just within limits on the landing distance. Not great. Let's go and quickly check out the terminal actually. Oh, FS Max, you got 5600X, cool. Yeah, 5800X3D is a great upgrade. Obviously, there is more power out there available. But the kind of dilemma that I had was like, well, if I get a 5800X3D, I can literally just pop it in my motherboard. And it's done. You know? It's done. if I go for a 7800X3D, I've got to buy a new motherboard, and I've got to buy a load of new RAM as well, DDR5, because my DDR4 won't be able to work. And to do that properly, with the cost of the chip, it was going to be like 600 and something quid. Or I could just whack in a 5800X3D for like 279 that I found it on a deal at, and it gets you most of the way there for less than half the money. So I did that. Alex, this is the Airbus A321 from Phoenix. So Phoenix do a very, very good A320 for the sim, and they've just done an expansion pack where they give you an A319 and an A321 to go with it, which is very cool. Alright, let's go and have a look at the terminal, see what they've done. And then we'll go to Stansted, because I want to see if Stansted is still busted, and if so, I need to try and debug it and see if GSX is to blame. Tell you what, that's quite a nice job there, isn't it, of the terminal building? Welcome to Wales, Cardiff Airport. Yeah, that's lovely, that, isn't it? For a freebie, I mean, this is what I love about the world updates. I mean, like, yeah, okay, I know it's not on any builds, or it's not on Orbex, or it's not, you know, but it's like, still nothing wrong with that, is there? Nothing wrong with that at all. And it's free, so yippee. Taxiway seem good. So this is part of the world update. The UK world update. Yeah, that's alright, that, isn't it? Jolly good. Right, Stansted. Let's go. EGSS. I always remember that because someone told me the SS stands for Shitty Stansted. Which I thought was quite amusing. Let's go for runway 22.
Terrain ahead. Pull up.
No, Thomas, I did not. Or did I? I saw like a tweet, I'm sure I saw a tweet with a KLM. Something or other.
2,500.
Hey Chelsea, how you doing? Oh, I keep thinking about that landing we did with the yoke into Dublin. Because that really didn't feel terrible. I mean, it felt wrong, but it felt good. Just that little bit more weight on the yoke.
1,000.
Light slope.
Yes, glide slope, I'm well aware, thank you. Should try Prestwick. What's Prestwick? Alright, let's go and see if the giant tunnels are still there. Or the giant trenches, rather, I should say. That's a bit of a shame, that, because I remember I did a flight from the new version of Edinburgh, so Edinburgh V2 down to Stansted, live streamed it, and then we got here, and it was on VATSIM and everything, and I was like, oh, I can't actually turn into the can't turn into the gates. Never mind.
$500. $400. $300.
And you keep that nose down. It's better.
$200. $100.
Flight slow. Flight slow.
40, 30, 20, retard. 5,
There we go, we're down. Alright, let's quickly do a U-turn. And we'll see if, through updates or whatever, if we've got a better result. The trenches in Stansted. I've got a funny feeling it's going to be GSX, but we'll see. Right, I need to slow myself down. I'm going way too fast here. Is the Boeing yoke worth it? Yes, it is. Love it. Absolutely adore my Boeing yoke. Like I said in my review of it, my review video, if it was out of warranty, which it now is, I think, if it broke tomorrow, would I buy another one? Yeah, I would. And when you feel like that about a product, it kind of says it all, really. Oh, Lelystad, yeah. Yeah, we did a stream out of Lelystad recently. That was the scenery that the developer gave to me where the encoders crashed and the stream went bad. So I built a streaming PC as a result. Okay. Let's get over to the next taxiway, because I think that was where the trouble was. Am I going to go to those? I don't know. I don't know about FS weekend. I would love to. It's just difficult with the time and the money. Like, more recently I'm starting to think of things with like the YouTube channel almost in terms of a business, because like now the channel's monetized and, you know, it is paying its way to a small degree, albeit modestly. You kind of have to think about things in terms of like, oh yeah, there it is, there's the trench. Like, I did think about going to FS Expo, but it's like that's going to cost me $2.5 grand to go, and then I was like, oh yeah, but maybe it might be good for the channel. It's like, yeah, but am I going to get that $2.5 grand back by going? Probably not. As much as I would love to go, you just kind of have to accept that it's a bit of an indulgence. Oscar, basically I use Ultra and turn on frame gen, and I tweak a couple of little things, but nothing too much. There is a video all about it. that will run you through it. There's a YouTube short version which will run you through it in like 30 seconds. Ultra, TAA, 4K, frame gen on. Yeah, love to see that trench in Stansted. Need to get rid of that because, like I say, this is a really solid Stansted option. I know Indie Builds exists and whatever, but, and I'm sure it's probably a bit better, but this is really nice for a freebie. Yeah. Alright, so next plan of action then is to try and remove GSX and reinstall it to see if it gets rid of that. Weird. Alright, Squid. Dylan, yeah, this is Microsoft Flight Sim 2020. I actually took a break from Flight Sim for a long time. I started on Flight Sim 2000 when I was a kid. Like, only messing around. I wasn't doing it seriously. I was like, just, bombing around, doing everything wrong, but having a good time. Then I went to FSX. Again, not very seriously, just mucking around as a slightly older kid. I did briefly use X-Plane 10, I think. But again, not very seriously. And it wasn't until this came out and I kind of got drawn back into it, and then like all the serious side of it kind of hooked me, and I was like, oh man, I should have done this years ago. Right, where should we go next? Because someone was saying, Thomas was saying EHGG. Whoops. Let's go to EHGG. EHGG. Where is that? Select the runway. Get rid of the Stansted errors. Delete the EGSS Asobo version. Alright, I'll try that. Let's go for runway 23. Has that got an ILS? Yes, it does. 10990. Got to be honest, I'm loving the 321. I feel like me and the 321 are starting to get a bit of a vibe on the go. The UK 2000 version discovered a Soviet version conflicts. Okay. Appreciate the heads up, Chris. I will try that. Have you ever thought about getting a force feedback yoke? No, because the real airliners don't have it. Therefore, it's of not real interest to me. Like, they're all fly-by-wire, so... That's one of the questions I asked when I went on a 737 simulator day, where you get to sit with a real captain in a fancy simulator. One of the first things I asked was, like, when you're, hands on the yoke, if you get a gust of wind, do you sort of feel it? And he's like, oh, no. This is completely detached from, like, the physical surfaces. It's like you're just telling them what to do, hence fly-by-wire. So, for that reason, no, I have not. What was the rate? What was the rad nav?
1,000.
109.9, wasn't it? I think. Let's take a risk.
Glide slow.
Yeah, that's what it is. Nice.
Glide slow. Glide slow.
Now, maybe there are some aircraft that you fly that
Glide slow.
the real version of it would have force feedback.
Glide slow.
But
Glide slow. Glide slow.
in all the stuff I fly, it doesn't.
Glide slow. Glide slow.
Which
Glide
version
slow.
of the A320 is this, says Glory Wings? It is the
Glide
A321 from Phoenix.
Glide slow. Glide slow.
Yes, I know glide slope, but we're just levelling off
Glide
because
slow.
FSI panel put us there. Be quiet, thank you.
Glide slow.
Am I going to buy the new Microsoft Flight Sim when it comes out? Yeah. Yeah, well. I don't feel like I have to be honest. Be a bit weird if I didn't for the channel. Which mod are you using to teleport your aircraft to different airports and practice landings, if it's a mod? Yeah, it's a piece of software that you run alongside the sim. It's called FSI Panel. Amazing bit of software. It is payware, but I thoroughly recommend it. I'm not being paid to say that, but I do very much, very much enjoy it. It really kind of saved me when the Phoenix came out, because I was struggling bad with the Phoenix. Just couldn't get a good landing on it. And then I got it and just started putting in the landings one after another, and before you know it, you're not quite as terrible as you once were.
400. 300. 200. 100. 50. 40. 30. 20. Retard. 5.
Not quite on the markers, but not too terrible and nice and smooth. I'll take that. Very nice. So what airport is this again? I've forgotten where we are. Thomas, can you tell us where we are? It was the one that you suggested. How many aircraft do you think you are proficient in? Probably EHGG. Cheers, Thomas. What aircraft am I proficient in? Yeah, I mean, that's maybe a bit subjective, I suppose. Maybe I should let you be the judge of what I'm proficient in, but I would definitely say A320, and by extension 319 and 321. I mean, I've never flown the 321 until about an hour ago, and yeah, we're flying it well-ish. So, yeah, there's that. There's probably the 737, 800 from PMDG, and the 777. I feel like those are my kind of core aircraft that I'm comfortable in. I've flown the ATR a little bit, and I've flown the A300 for mini builds a little bit, but I wouldn't consider myself as comfortable in those as I am in the A320, 737, 777. Hey, no worries, Thomas. No worries at all. People keep saying about Prestwick. Where's Prestwick? Yeah, Chelsea, I'm thinking about it. What I want, I think basically like a key consideration for my setup is whatever I buy, I need it to be kind of very compatible with other aircraft. So I'm kind of thinking about, do I go with the Boeing version or do I go with the Airbus version? Because obviously if you buy the Airbus one and you fly Airbus, you're going to get a good experience, but then, and similarly, if you fly Boeing and you use the Boeing version, it's going to be great. But what if you buy the Boeing version and you fly Airbus? How well does that work? Or would it be better if you bought the Airbus one, and would that then play nicer with Boeing? Below Glasgow, south on the coast. Yes, David, I do have frame gen on, although I must admit it's not quite as I would like. I've made a bit of an error. Let me show you. If I put on the FPS, you can see here it's like 33, 34, 35. Normally I would lock this to 60 in the NVIDIA control panel, so I'd say maximum frame rate for Microsoft Flight Simulator is 60 FPS. The sim will then halve that because I've enabled frame generation. It would lock itself to 30 and then frame gen doubles it to get 60. I've dropped the ball somewhere and yeah, it's not doing it to 30, so if you pan around it's a little bit teary, whereas if you lock it to 30 it's not like that. I'm happy to give Presswick a go if you can give me a code. An ICAO code. Numi says, how much for your whole setup? Oh god, I don't know. It was all bought bit by bit by bit by bit. Which, you know, it's one of those things where you look back 2 years later and you're like, whoa, how much have I spent on this? But you don't realise it because it's all little by little. What's the code for Presswick then? I'm not using lossless scaling at the moment, no. I was impressed with it. And if I was running like a 3070, I probably would. Because why wouldn't you? But I think ultimately the NVIDIA stuff is better. But if you don't have a 40 series NVIDIA card, but you do have a 30 series, it's like, well, for a £5 or whatever it costs, £5 or £6, you know, that's £5 or £6 very well spent in my opinion.
Terrain ahead. Pull up.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it depends where you draw the line on what counts as my setup and what doesn't. Because I've got a second streaming PC, I've got loads of like streaming gear and stuff like that. Airbus or Boeing, what's my favourite? I think, I think maybe the 737 or the 777 is my favourite plane. Cheers, Numi, appreciate it. Uh, 110.3. Radnav 110.3.
Glide slow. Glide slow. Glide slow. Glide slow. Glide slow.
So is this a popular airport or not so much? Like in real life, I mean. Let's take it from here. Bit of a crosswind going on. Nothing too crazy, but something that we do need to consider. It's alright though. Need to get over to the left a little bit.
500.
Because we may need to decrab a bit on this one.
400.
I fancy. Come on, over to the left, nose down.
300.
Yeah, definitely a crab going on, isn't there?
200.
You put that building there at the end of the runway.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20. Retard. Retard.
Oh no, I floated it, I floated it, I floated it. Yeah. That's a floater. Right, let's just pop it down, we'll try
Right.
again. Ah, that's annoying. Because that D-crab was looking alright as well. Ah, what a shame. If that was a VATSIM flight, we'd have gone around. Try it again. We shall try it again. Okay, so it's quite a big airport then. Or a well-used airport, I should say.
Terrain ahead. Pull up.
Dylan, I can't use those because I'm usually travelling with my children and they make you go to the desk to see a person.
Flight slow. Flight slow. Flight slow. Flight slow.
Alright, let's try it again. Let's try it again. Oh, I was reading chat then. Don't read chat while you're landing. Something so stupid. Right, don't overflare it like you did last time.
300. 200. 100. 50, 40, 30, 20, retard, 5.
That's better. That's better. Felt like we came in a bit hot there, to be honest, but the Pappies seem to think we're okay. But again, it's another instance of, do you trust the mappies on Flight Sim? The answer is probably not. Yeah, that was alright, that. That was alright. But how big of a place is this then? Where's the actual terminal? Whoops. Guessing passengers' stuff is down the end there. What sort of problems you having, DJ? Let's go and check out this airport. Well, I've had a lovely time flying the A321 tonight. The Phoenix app doesn't launch automatically anymore. Have you upgraded to the latest version? Oh, that's no fun, DJ. I don't know. There comes a certain point where I just get fed up with debugging stuff. I'll just reinstall Windows. Having worked in IT tech support for a number of years, a while ago, there sort of comes a point where it's not economical to like hunt for a needle in a haystack when it comes to like an issue that's like a little gremlin somewhere. It's just like, if you can back up your data and just wipe Windows, you're probably going to solve it in an hour instead of 20 hours. Yeah, it feels like this airport could use some scenery, doesn't it? How bizarre. How bizarre. Right. Let's do one last landing. It's getting late. Let's go. Load this PC up. JFK. That's where we haven't been. Let's finish in the Big Apple. Runway 31 left, hopefully, is... Oh no. Let's try 13. LMML. Where is LMML? Yeah, makes sense, Cameron. Well, I wish you all the best with it. Are you going to charge for it, or what's the plan?
Pull up.
Malta. Gotcha. Yeah, I understand, DJ. I had the same trouble recently. I mean, I kind of, I put in a new SSD anyway, so I just did a clean install. Radnav. What's that ILS? 13 left, 111.50, 111.50.
Flight slow.
Here we go.
Flight slow.
Why can't I activate approach? Because we are coming in hot here. Go for like a 125 or 126, that'd be fine. Oh! Oh no! Oh no! I think my sim's frozen. Oh no, it hasn't. Alright, if we manage to land this well, I think it'll be nothing short of a miracle. Because I don't really feel like we started from a very stable position. For anyone wondering, this is JFK by any builds as well.
500.
At least I think it is. Alright, 15 knot wind, 17 knot wind. Just slightly coming at us from the left hand side. So possibly a slight decrab required.
200. $100. 50, 40, 30, 20, retard, 10, 5.
Yeah, they didn't even feel that one, did they? No one spilt a drop. No one spilt a drop in the back. Yeah, I'm loving this 321. Feels like it goes where you tell it to go. Very nice. Whoa, Thomas, another 10 euros. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciate the stream, much love. Well, I appreciate the donations, I appreciate the support. It's, yeah, you're always so generous with the support. Thank you very much indeed, Thomas. Yeah, I hope you don't think it goes unnoticed. It really, really means the world. So thank you very much. What else have I missed in chat? Because I was concentrating hard then. I'll make a better one and pay for it and have an okay free one. Okay. Yeah, by all means, Cameron. If you make it, I'll gladly do a video or a stream or something. No worries. Oh, that really sucks, Neo, that you're having trouble. It really does. And DJ as well. I hate to say it, but I think probably in both cases a reinstall of Windows might do the trick. But then, of course, you've got your whole data that you need to protect and get it backed up and so on and so forth. Cheers, Chelsea. Nice to see you again. Yeah, folks, I'm gonna wrap this one up, I think. It's been a very nice evening indeed. So I thank you all for coming along. Sorry the content's been a bit thin on the ground, but as I said, I've been on holiday with the family for the last week and a half. / 2 weeks. So yeah, it's been nice to disconnect from it all, but equally it's been really nice to get back to it as well, because kind of by about like day 3, day 4 of the holiday, I was like, I'm getting the itches to fly on the sim. It's almost like an addiction. It really is. Like, you sort of get that feeling. Like, I just want to fly somewhere. I just want to do a landing. I just want to, just want to do it. probably didn't help that we were staying right at the end of the runway at Nantes Airport, which some people would hate. You know, imagine saying to some people, good news, you're going on holiday and you're staying at the end of a runway. Some people would be like, what? That's awful. How are we ever going to relax by the pool with planes going over your head every 2 seconds? Well, it turns out, for me, that's probably one of the best things about the holiday. Having the beluga go over you like twice a day, that was quite cool indeed. It really was. But yeah, great to be back, and thank you all for coming. Thank you for the support. Thomas, again, like, just amazing with the donation. Like, thank you so much indeed. And I will hopefully be back with you all again very, very soon. Keep your eyes out on the channel. There's some very cool stuff coming. I can't talk about it yet, but there's some very cool stuff. I would advise you get subbed and turn the bell on, and I know every YouTuber says that, but there's some stuff coming that you might not want to miss. So can't talk about it yet, but I'm very, very excited indeed to share it all with you. Anyway, I am going to stop aimlessly taxiing around JFK while I ramble on at you guys. Until next time, take the very best care of yourselves, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.